If you haven't already seen it, you need to go and watch Why It's Stupid Alternative Medicine, because it's been a long time coming, was a big load of work, and most importantly is Mrs. Six, my muse, my flames, first video that she has written, edited and illustrated for this channel. And I think it's pretty damn great. Mostly because I am a biased shill for the Mrs. Sick industrial complex. Now with that out of the way, I want to cover something much less in depth. Something simple, preferably filmed from a dash cam. The smartest way of making the videos, as we all know. I would make videos that way, but I'm just too dumb to risk my life and the lives of others. Puh. Well, someone seems to be doing a big disappoint. Did you find out something absolutely devastating? Like a role model turned out to be a massive ding-dong. I luckily do not have to worry about that particular problem because I have always known that my role model is an idiot. 'Cause he's me.
I'm speechless, I really am.
Quick, quick, keep it that way before you say something dumb. Okay, to be fair, this isn't a driving moron video. That's what this guy just normally does. But hey, one day without putting everyone's lives at risk is one day we can safely leave our homes. Not that you would want to. I mean, you could still meet him in the street, and I don't think I could stand the loss of brain cells. But that's not fair either. He hasn't even said anything yet. So let's have a little watch first.
What you're looking at are not contrails.
No, that's a lorry. Oh wait, you mean the clouds, silly me. Also, what was with the focusing on the back of the car there? That was too on point not to be on purpose. Naysalies? Nasalers? Nasalies? I don't get it, it's weird.
These trails are in the sky and they morph into clouds.
I mean, they are clouds? There is no need for morphing. Regardless of where they come from, a cloud's a cloud, even if it's not made of ice crystals, even if it's made from deadly, deadly toxic smog. Yes, I am talking about farts.
And they obscure the sun.
Oh my god, I just realised it says NASA lies. Thank goodness you have all that absurdly long dead air-ish sections of video and allow me to see the truth. No, not that NASA lies, just because you've got it written on a, well, admittedly kind of cool, if it were ironic, license plate. Doesn't make that anything close to true, and showing it off is just a little bit cringe. Makes me wonder if you always show it off whenever you get the chance. Anyway, sorry, the point. The cloud obscures the sun. Well, not really. I mean, it certainly makes it less intense on the old eyeballs, balls, but plenty of sun still gets through regardless of cloud cover. That's why you can get really badly sunburned on cloudy days, especially in particularly hot parts of the world.
We have another strike right here.
Did you say strike or stripe? Because if you did say strike, oof, that is dramatic. Conjures up imagery of military tactical strikes, except, you know, it's clouds. I can't really imagine it coming up on the news how a dictator du jour was assassinated today by a sneaky sky boy, you know, unless it was one of my deadly, deadly toxic smog clouds. Then you all better run.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see the horizon is completely covered.
Oh, come on, that's just a normal cloud. Or what? Are there just not naturally forming clouds anymore for some reason? Is them dear government so in control of the weather that if they wanted, there would be no clouds? Or perhaps they messed up and broke the natural cloud generation by entering up, down, left, right, BA star into the White House supercomputer, thus turning off all clouds. And now they have to make them with piddly little sky strips.
And you can see the clouds up here, and there's the sun. Oh, there's another strike right there.
I don't know, man, that sun looks pretty damn bright to me. It's like the clouds barely doing anything. I think our overlords are just going to have to go full on Mr. Burns and block out the sun with some kind of giant sky dish. Although I would go one step further and also make it into some kind of sunlight focusing super weapon death ray dealy, so I could smite my enemies like the ants they are.
See, these aren't real clouds. These are manufactured, geo-engineered clouds that are being formed.
And you know that because contrails exist. Although they aren't real contrails because reasons, and they are actually not real clouds, TM. Even though, again, clouds are just clouds, regardless of how they form or what they're made out of. What you probably mean is they aren't natural clouds. And okay, I'll give you that premise for a second. These are all, as a matter of demonstrable fact, geo-engineered fluffy fellas. Well, I fail to see why that's a problem, and I have never actually heard an argument for why I should be worried. Look, there are many ways these days for your amateur aeronaut to send things up into the sky, from balloons to drones, and hell, you could even rent a helicopter and a pilot, although I'm sure they're in on the conspiracy, so they wouldn't. But anything you could control yourself should be fine. You can send that up and capture some samples of these not clouds / chemtrails and tell us once and for all what they are. That's a great idea, right? Then I can be worried if they're evil clouds of doom. Oh wait, I forgot. That actually involves effort, when all you really want to do is get out of your car and point at the sky screaming, "Bad clouds!" Here's a dramatic reconstruction.
I'm right outside Riverdale, New York. It's November 4th, 2017.
Oof, this is a bit of an old one, isn't it? So let's quickly check if the world has finally ended. Damn it, it's still there!
And it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. This is probably the best time to capture these chemtrails.
Now, you say capture, but you mean look at these things you think are chemtrails. Again, I want you or someone like you to do that literally. Please, prove yourselves right and I'll be there with you. Well, after you show why it's a bad thing as well. But do one, then t'other, and you'll have yourself probably more allies than you could point a low resolution camera at. Until you do that, well, I'm just going to make fun of you. Zero effort conspiracies require zero effort debunks. And my videos are so bad that they are like negative effort for their sheer waste of everybody's time. That's how little your ideas are worth. Riveting. I got to imagine with all that dead air, including a bunch already cut out, the pure content of this video, sans you pointing at your super witty license plate, would probably be a grand total of about 40 seconds. And the amount of it that's actually beneficial to anyone, but those who find this kind of stuff hilarious, is about 4%. But you do need to account for the 5% margin of error. So it's probably more like -1.
Because they do them early in the morning. They just continue on. Notice the black wiring?
Do you mean those telephone wires? I assume that's what that is. What have they got to do with chemtrails? Or especially contrails for that matter? Or do you mean those big power lines in the back? I hope you aren't going to go the power plants aren't real route, because man, I remember covering that one and wow, it was a lot of fun. I seem to recall the idea is that electricity in the amounts required to do anything useful, mind, just comes out of the air, collected by power cables, and power stations are just big empty boxes with steam towers or something. And I'll be honest, by comparison, chemtrails do seem fairly tame, at least in terms of sheer stupidity. I know it's probably off topic, but I do enjoy some wacky crap. It gives me life.
It's just a matter of time till those clouds turn into black.
Well, I was right about my part being irrelevant, but I'm sorry, what? Are they just gonna literally go from being white clouds to black clouds, like a big chemical reaction in the sky? I mean, they don't look dense enough to become rain clouds, aka the reason clouds become darker, and it also doesn't sound like that's what you mean. 'Cause Well, you would have said it, although that does make the assumption that you have the capability to say what you mean, and I'm not entirely convinced of that.
That's what I'm really going to get concerned. Maybe people will start waking up then.
Wait. So you don't mean these ones you are looking at turning black, but them actually pooping out big black trails across the sky, like something out of a dystopian cyberpunk future? To achieve what exactly? And also, how are they going to get away with something like that? Yeah, I know you already think that they're getting away with something, but seriously, dude, nobody would stand for that. So many people are already too stupid to understand that the white clouds that come out of power plants are simply the water vapour from the actual generation of energy. The bad things that come out of them are invisible. But I don't think I'll ever see you complain about something you can't see, although here's what that would look like.
But until now, they look like regular clouds. We don't know what these chemicals are.
Oh, I know what chemicals they are. It's that really awful one that people have really been pushing the last few years. That dihydrogen monoxide. It's in pretty much everything, like bleach products. It's used in the production of clothing. It's in so many foods, including many, if not all, organic food. And most terrifyingly of all, it makes up around 70% of the human body. Where do you think they're getting it all from, huh? That's right, dihydrogen monoxide is people, Soylent Green style. Why do you think they call it dihydrogen? 'Cause it's death incarnate. And of course, they have to abide by the minimum number of clues for conspiracy theorists, obviously. Okay, that's of course all a meme. And if you didn't know dihydrogen monoxide, it's H2O, aka water, but I just had to mention the die joke I used. I didn't make that up, but when I first heard it, it wasn't a joke either. A teacher once said that to me. Why do you think they call it carbon dioxide? No wonder I am the dumb. Gotta wonder if I actually learned anything at school. Wait, it's pronounced what now?
We have no idea.
Whew, yeah, oh, I can't believe that, mate. Whew, ha.
But everybody's driving along, looking at me like I have 3 heads.
Oh, can you imagine how they would look at you if they could hear what you were talking about?
When I'm just trying to wake people up, you know? Wake people up to the fact.
Oh, if that's all you want, you gotta shake 'em. You gotta shake 'em until the truth strikes them down. Give 'em the old fact shake. Which sounds like a milkshake made out of old newspapers now that I think about it. Which, to be fair, if you threw it over someone while they were asleep, that would definitely wake them up.
That you're being lied to. And you have been lied to for quite some time now.
Has it ever occurred to you that maybe you have been lied to? Maybe not on purpose, but a lie and faulty information are often indistinguishable. I mean, my dude, I think I'm correct about the things I believe, yeah, but I'm also totally willing to be proven wrong and change my position. The real question is, can you say the same? Or will you find ways to dismiss evidence and believe what you think even harder? And if you do that, maybe you ought to ask yourself why you do that.
Decades in the working. All right. I think I've said what I needed to say.
That was an awful lot of saying nothing in order to say nothing. Good job, I guess. Guys, don't forget to panic buy sick brand merch. What if you need to let people know that you are handsome, famous and good at the sex in a variety of tasteful colours? Buy as many as you can afford now before this thing that's printed to order runs out. Also, you can use it as toilet paper if needs be. You never know when you're going to need to wipe your arse.